Well, all aboard. Thank you so much for joining us here on a Tuesday, the feel-good way to start your day. Our Start Your Day Positive podcast. Hey, good morning. I am Len.
I can't help but giggle. Every time I hear someone say all aboard, I want to go toot, toot. Toot, toot to our Tuesday. All aboard.
I don't know. I was going to say, should we make that a permanent thing, Toot Toot Tuesdays? But I don't think so.
I don't know. It kind of sounds fun. Toot Toot Tuesdays. Oh, my goodness. But I got to tell you something today. I'm so excited to talk about something. You kind of make fun of me for my love of cottage cheese because I love cottage cheese. And it's super popular right now. But I don't think people realize how amazing cottage cheese is and how versatile it is. I know this is a bold statement, but I think cottage cheese is the most versatile food around. And I'm going to prove it to you later in this episode when you find out what I made with cottage cheese this weekend. You guys are going to love it. It's like a game changer.
That's an awfully strong statement.
That's how we start off Toot Toot Tuesday.
All right. That sounds good. Sounds great.
All right. Well, how about we start off with a positive thought as well? Expecting things to change without putting in effort is like waiting for a ship at the airport.
That's funny and so true. All right. Well, we want to get started here today. We have 3 things your friends and family may be talking about.
All right, an epic start for an epic story. Director Christopher Nolan has done it again. His new film, The Odyssey, sailed to a huge $125 million opening this past weekend in North America and $264 million worldwide. And get this, the film hasn't even opened yet in all major markets like China, Japan, and South Korea. So those numbers could climb big time. People are loving it. Rotten Tomato critics score the movie at 95. Moviegoers give it a 97. The IMAX opening numbers were so huge that AMC theaters stock shut up over optimism over people going to the movies.
Now, that's a big movie when a movie theater stock goes up just because so many people went one weekend to see a movie. But I think that's fantastic because that's what going to the movies is all about. The IMAX experience, the big screen, the sound system, the vibration, the popcorn, and of course, a really great movie, too.
Yeah, well, so my husband and daughter saw the movie, and they loved it. They did not see the IMAX version, though. They just saw it on, like, a regular movie screen, but they said it was amazing. There was something my husband was saying with the IMAX, though. They actually had to shoot it with a whole other different camera, I think. Is that... Yeah, hold on. He's home. Hey, Russ. Didn't you say for the IMAX filming they had to do something different? Oh, it's the first movie ever to be entirely shot on IMAX cameras.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds important if it's the first movie.
Well, I mean, you have obviously Christopher Nolan as the director, and this is a big movie. This isn't ordinary. Like, you had some great movies this year, like Toy Story was a wonderful, amazing movie. But this movie is an epic, right? This is at a different level in many respects. I don't know. I want to see it. I didn't have time to see it. I have to admit, I was pumped up after hearing these numbers. I went and watched the trailer, and I thought the trailer was kind of slow.
It's like, then you might not want the 3 hours of it.
Yeah, no, I bet it's amazing. I bet it's amazing. All right, well, this is something that's unbelievable. This is an unbelievable archaeological discovery. Archaeologists in Jerusalem have uncovered massive charred wooden beams believed to be a part of King Solomon's temple that was destroyed by Babylonian King Nebuchadnezzar in 586 BC. That's 2,600 years ago. The discovery was made during excavations in the city of David and provides another tangible connection to one of the Bible's most significant events. Solomon's temple was an archaeological, or rather an architectural masterpiece. It was known for its cedar coming from Lebanon. Its walls were overlaid with gold. You had the Holy of Holies there where the Ark of the Covenant was kept. You could read the description of Solomon's temple in the book of 1 Kings. But almost there's never been anything like Solomon's temple, and they actually found part of it.
Can you believe that? That'd be pretty epic to actually see a real piece of that long ago history right there.
Well, especially Solomon's Temple. If you ever read about King Solomon in the Bible, I mean, he was the king when there was extraordinary wealth. And so we all know about the concubines and the gold and how he lived a lavish lifestyle.
Yeah,
and
how many wives did he have?
I don't know exactly the difference between a wife and concubine, but there were 700.
Right, I know. I was like, there were hundreds.
Yeah, it had to be a big temple. Yeah.
Yes. How big was the audience now for Sunday's World Cup final? Still waiting for the official numbers, but it was big. Now, if you were in Spain, you were watching. The game had an 88 share, which basically means 9 out of 10 people in Spain were watching, which is not cool. Shocking to me. It's like such a big deal. But worldwide, the guess was as many as 1.8 billion people could be watching, which would be an all-time record. 1.8 billion could have been watching.
Don't know
so we'll
yet,
wait
but
to
it's
see.
possible. I think the old record's 1.4. It was the 2022 World Cup Finals, so they think this one might be bigger, more exposure, more coverage, the United States, it being here. I think that is so much fun. Like the people in Spain, you know, it gives everybody together something to cheer about. Like, I don't know what's going on politically in Spain. I don't know what the economy's like. I don't know any of those things. But I know for at least a few hours on Sunday, everybody was united, which is a great thing. We kind of had that feeling. You remember what year was it that we won the NBA championship with LeBron?
2016.
2016. So in 2016, for that little magical time, like wherever you went, a store, a restaurant, whatever, we were all so pumped.
Yeah. Did you see the World Cup, though? The halftime show was so amazing. I really enjoyed it. So it was an all-star studded halftime show.
Yeah, I just saw clips. I didn't see it.
I thought it was so well done. So lots of stars. They had a lot of kid dancers in it too, which I thought the children were so cute and it was so fun. But to me, one of the highlights was Justin Bieber. So they had him kind of come out and he ended up playing his guitar acoustic with one of those mics that you have wrapped around your head.
Yeah.
And he played his song Hallelujah. And there's so many people saying, oh, this is so cool. Like, out of all the songs he could have picked, and it is one of his new songs, but Hallelujah. And we know that Hallelujah means, is it praise to the Lord or what?
Yeah.
It's something along those lines.
Basically, that's what it is, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so people were really excited that, wow, on this worldwide stage and 1.8 billion people watching, and Justin Bieber sings that song, and he shared openly about his faith and stuff too before. So I thought that was cool too. I'm like, oh, I love that he's singing this song.
I saw clips from it. I heard it. Now, this was a short halftime show, wasn't it? I heard the whole thing was like 11 or 12 minutes. They just moved it along. I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
I watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't even remember how long it was because I was entertained the whole time.
Okay.
And I felt like it was very fresh and done well from my perspective. Everybody I talked to was like, yeah, it was so good.
Yeah, intense game too. What was it? 0-0 until extra kicks.
Yeah, I know. Very different from the day before when England played France.
Yeah.
That was a really good game in a different way, but there's lots of back and forth there.
There's nothing else like it. Northeast Ohio's biggest summer celebration of faith and family at an exciting new home. Saturday, August the 15th. The Fest at Forefront Field in Avon. The Fest returns with a full day of faith, family, and fun. Incredible music, inflatables, entertainment, delicious food, vendor exhibits, inflatables, entertainment, and a beautiful outdoor mass at 8, followed by a spectacular fireworks show. Headlining at the Fest, one of Christian music's most exciting groups. You'll love them. Pain. I'm so blessed. Matt Marr. And Riley Clements.
You will never stop fighting for me. And ladies, you do not want to miss the Women's Blessed Collective. It's a space created just for us with inspiring speakers, shopping, giveaways. I'll be speaking there with some of my friends, including Christy Capel from Fox 8. So come say hi.
Tickets are just $10. Parking is free. Don't miss Northeast Ohio's biggest summer celebration of faith. The Fest, Saturday, August the 15th at Forefront Field in Avon. This year's theme is Blessed. Join thousands and celebrate the goodness of God together. Get tickets and details at thefest.us.
Tick-tock, woo, time goes so fast. It happened today, let's remember.
All right, today's the 21st of July. It's always fun for us to take a moment during our podcast and just go back in time and see what happened on this date in history. All right, in 1969, perhaps arguably the greatest achievement of humankind, Neil Armstrong became the first human to walk on the moon on this date. We played this clip before, but it's worth repeating.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Scientists did not know, and this is interesting, what would happen when they landed or walked on the moon. There were a number of scientists that felt the moon's surface might be covered in several feet or more of soft, fluffy dust, and the astronauts and even the lander would just disappear. It would just sink in and disappear in the powder. There were scientists that thought that because nobody knew. They almost ran out of gas, and this is super interesting. The lunar lander had just 20 seconds of gas left, of fuel left when it landed. They had 20 seconds. That's cutting it close. We've all cut it close in our car, but not that close. And it was on this day 2 years ago that President... What? Oh, never mind. I thought that was still about the moon landing. Okay. Okay. 20 seconds of fuel, and they just made it in time. And we've all been that way when it comes to the nearest gas station. Do we get gas or do we push it?
I would have loved to see Neil Armstrong's reaction after he got off that ship. And I would be like, oh my gosh, you had 20 seconds of fuel left. How does that, did that stress you out? I want his reaction to that.
That's pretty stressful. I will drive, though. And I mean, it's not the same thing. It's not quite the same thing, having to pull over on the turnpike or crashing on the moon. So there it is,
Well, yeah, especially if you have AAA. I'm always like...
Right. So the comparison breaks down a little bit. But I have taken it all the way. I've driven on zero, because now you have the digital ones where they say how many miles you have left. And I've gone, I would say 6 miles on zero. Have you ever gone to zero?
Yeah, I've coasted. I've coasted. I remember vividly when I was 16, 17 years old, and I lived out in the country. Had my Chevrolet Cavalier, my 1989 Chevrolet Cavalier, and I ran out of gas. And thankfully, I was in town, my little town, and I just remember coasting in, and I made it.
It's great. I bet everybody listening right now has a running out of gas story.
I don't hear about it happening anymore, but when we were younger, I feel like more people did. I don't know why.
Yeah. Well, my first car, the gas gauge didn't work. It was a 1955 Chevy. Now, I'm not that old, but I bought a classic car. It's my first car. I thought it would have resale value. And so I went on a date with Judy, and the gas gauge wasn't working, and we ran out of gas. What a difference when you're dating someone and you're smitten with each other. Running out of gas is kind of cute.
I'm sure you made a big joke out of it.
Oh, it's kind of funny. It was cute. It's romantic. If I run out of gas now, it's a different story.
What it would be so funny, and it would be like, I'm just recreating our first date.
Yes, yeah. Hon, remember how you felt when I ran out of gas all those years ago?
Oh, my goodness. Well, if you remember a few years ago, 2023, it was what they call it, Barbenheimer. Two of the biggest movies, Barbie and Oppenheimer, opened on the very same day. Instead of competing, moviegoers embraced both films, creating the Barbenheimer phenomenon, with many people dressing in pink for Barbie before heading straight into the 3-hour historical drama Oppenheimer. So the unlikely pairing helped generate a combined $235.5 million domestically on opening weekend, giving theaters one of their biggest weekends ever and proving that audiences still love big screen experiences.
Yeah, I
that
can
was
remember.
So fun. That was so fun. My daughters and I went to a preview of Barbie and we all wore pink. It was a big pink party.
I remember that.
love it.
I totally remember that. Two big, different movies, but that's true. That some people say that weekend kind of rescued the box office. There was a lot of talk saying, have we moved to the point where people are going to be watching movies first run in their homes?
Yeah.
And then that weekend kind of blew it open, and everyone said, no, going to the movies, it's still a big deal.
Right after COVID, that was such a big talk.
Yeah.
And a lot of, I myself included, started to believe, boy, this might be the end of movie theaters. And now I think what movie theaters are doing with the experiential elements of the movie theater, I just love it. I would miss the movie theater so much. There's so much things they're adding. Like, we went to a movie theater a couple weeks ago. Maybe I said this already. I can't remember. Well, not only did they have reclining seats, but they were heated seats. Soon they're going to have massage seats while you lay down, right?
Yeah. There's a real nice theater in North Olmsted, Ohio, that's near my house. And it has some great theater seating like that, too. And not only that, but we saw the latest Jurassic Park there. And I don't know how they did it, but with the sound and the seats, when the big dinosaurs, when they were rumbling, the seats were rumbling. And that made the experience, like, you could never experience that at home, ever.
No, in the screen at the place, you could opt for the bigger screen, which we did for the screen, and it goes halfway around the sides of the theater.
I like that. I really like that.
It was so cool. I mean, there's movies where seeing it like that, it's just worth it. And you love the popcorn and everything. You got to go to the movies.
You know what else I notice, and you might notice this too. So the big Barbie and Oppenheimer weekend, it was July 21st. And so this past weekend, that's when they chose to release Odyssey. So that must tell you that the third weekend in July, the second and third weekends after 4th of July weekend, those must be big movie weekends.
Interesting.
Right?
Interesting, yeah.
Because they know which of the weekends to release big movies. So that second or third weekend in July has to be, I would say. And today, it's neat. So this is National Be Somebody Day. Now, first of all, it's nice to interpret that and just apply it and realize that, boy, I'll tell you what, we're all somebody. In the sight of God, we are definitely all somebody. But this was actually started by Project Harmony, and National Be Somebody Day, they're asking everyone to take a pledge to be the person to make a difference in a child's life, to let a child know they're important.
Oh, I love that so much. We were just having a conversation about this. We had dinner with my friends the other night, and we were talking about how when we were younger, it felt really different. Do you remember the phrase, children should be seen and not heard?
I know people say that, right? Like that was etiquette.
But I feel like it was an old school thing to say, but like those things were said and they stuck. So I remember thinking as a kid, I'm not supposed to talk to adults. And I don't remember many adults talking to me. But I think that's changed a lot. And that's probably not exactly what this was talking about. But we got into how I feel like when kids are spoken to, it's so empowering to them, right? And it makes you feel when you can talk to adults or when adults talk to you and include you, it makes you feel like you could be somebody. You know what I mean? I
do. And that a young person knows that their voice matters. And what I like to bring up in this conversation, and we've talked about this before, a lot of people don't realize how young the disciples of Jesus were.
Right.
Some of them might have just even been older teenagers, certainly in their early 20s, but they could have been teenagers. And so, yeah, definitely you can have a voice and you can impact the world. And it starts when they're really young. I will say this, though, my grandchildren, when it comes to their mom and dads, my daughters, their grandchildren run the show. They definitely know there's somebody because they run the show. It's pretty funny.
Isn't there a famous? Because I remember my grandma always telling me, she always made me feel so important as a child.
Yes,
and she would always tell me, don't ever let an adult like make you feel like what you're trying to say isn't important. She said it in a different way, but I vividly remember her having this conversation with me when I was little. And I feel like there's a verse in the Bible, it might be in Psalms or something, where it's out of the mouth of babes, right? Isn't there something like that?
Oh man, I don't even know where that is right now. But let's go with it.
I think it has to do with something like truth and wisdom often come from.
Yeah, I don't
like
know
the
the
most
origin of that,
innocent.
but let's just go with it, though. I agree with it, so we're going to go with that because I like that. I will tell you this, though. What your grandmother said is very true. So my grandson, Easton, he's over 3. He's 3. He's going to be 4. He's 3.5. And the little guy loves tools because his dad works with tools. I work with tools. And so yesterday I was hanging up a TV bracket with my son-in-law. We were hanging it up. I was kind of showing him how to do some of those things. And we decided, let's pause and shoot a video and send it to Easton and say, Easton, we really could use your help here. We really could use your tools, And man, he sent a video back and he was saying, I can help you guys. He has these plastic tools.
That's so cute.
Yeah, build them up. Build them up. It's good. National Be Somebody Day. Hey, we would all agree with the expression, nobody's perfect.
That is true.
Right. Nobody's perfect. There's no company that's perfect. So I think the mark of a good company is how do they respond when something doesn't go perfect, right? Our podcast sponsor is Northeast Factory Direct, and it's a wonderful company. And I just got a message from somebody that made a purchase from there. They got a couch from there, and I want to share it because it didn't start off perfect, actually. They got the couch, but there was something wrong with the couch. There was something that was wrong. And the way Northeast Factory Direct leapt into action, it just totally builds my confidence. So they told me how they came out, they took care of it, they examined it. They even saw something else they didn't like, so they ordered a part for it without the person who bought the couch asking. And I said, so were you satisfied with the way they responded? And this person wrote me back and they said, they kept me up to date on the repair at all times. Yes, the repair guy, he was professional, knew exactly what he was doing. He noticed a problem with an electrical component and he said he would order that part. A really good guy, good people, good company. How could you beat that?
That is awesome. I love hearing stories like that.
Yeah, so Northeast Factory Direct. It's furniture, it's outdoor furniture, it is mattresses, it is saunas, it is hot tubs, and they stand behind what they do. Stop by any of the locations in our area. Find the nearest one at northeastfactorydirect.com.
We've got that joy down in our heart. Start your day positive with Len and Sara. We've got that joy down in our heart. Start your day with Len and Sara. We got that, we got that, we got that joy.
All right, can I make a bold statement? I think cottage cheese might be the most versatile food in the grocery store.
I know you said that's bold. That's a bold
hear
statement.
Hear me out. So I've loved cottage cheese since I was a little girl. And I know it's one of those foods some people are like, no way or yes way. There's not a lot of people in the middle. Well, recently, maybe in the past year or so, people have been starting to make things with cottage cheese that you never thought you could make from cottage cheese. And it's like, I just always ate it plain or eat it with fruit or whatever. You know me, I ate it in top of salads for years. Love it. But most recently, it's become my secret ingredient. So far, I have made high-protein bagels out of cottage cheese. I've made pizza dough. I've used it to make lasagna instead of ricotta. And this weekend, I made it to make protein pancakes, cottage cheese
now
pancakes.
that's different. That's different.
Oh my goodness. And they were so good. And the crazy part is that I don't think most people know that by just combining cottage cheese and flour, I use gluten-free flour, that you basically make a dough structure.
Sure.
And it's yeah. So together they create like this dough, and it's perfect for bagels, for pizza crust, for flatbreads, for rolls. It's kind of crazy. So these pancakes I made this weekend, when I made them with cottage cheese and then of course my little flour, I put the whole recipe on my blog, and then I threw in some collagen. I use Vital Proteins collagen powder. I threw some of that in there.
Trying to get as much protein as you can.
Let's just throw this in here too. It's not going to hurt.
Yeah.
And it ended up being really
Actually,
good.
that sounds really good, and I think that would definitely change the texture of the pancakes. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. So I had 2 pancakes, like medium-sized pancakes, and it was like 38 grams of protein or something like that. It was like, this is the kind of... I could do this. This is
No, you
great.
might be onto something there. What about, for example, cottage cheese? And maybe people already do this. I could be ignorant to this cottage cheese craze. I don't know. What about cottage cheese and mashed potatoes? Do people do that?
Like to make a mashed potato?
Well, you make mashed potatoes and then dump some cottage cheese in there.
Oh, like as like a cream or something?
Yeah, well, just be, I mean, yeah, just, it seems
I don't know. I have to think about that one. That one's throwing me.
Feel kind of bad, like you were throwing it in everything. Like, I put it in pancakes.
I was like, I didn't know if you were like trying to fluff the cottage cheese up.
Could you put it in mashed potatoes?
It's more like a dough. Okay, so think of it as using it to make a dough. I've put it in scrambled eggs before, or to make your omelet a little bit, fluffy. Oh, but the newest thing I'm going to try too, and I haven't tried this yet, is making dips out of it, veggie dips. Queso. I'm going to make a queso out of it. Oh, it's endless. I was joking with you, but I actually think I'm going to do this. I'm going to write a recipe book. And I like 100 recipes.
Cottage cheese recipes, 100.
Yeah, my mom's really good at recipes and has always had recipe books and all this kind of stuff. So I'm going to be like,
I think that would be a winner.
I think I'm going to do this. Like if enough people would be like, yeah, I would like that. Like,
well, first of all, I think the way you're describing the cottage cheese makes it sound really, really good. That's number one. Number two, I hope you write the book. And number three, you know what number 3 is?
No.
I hope you're stuck at 99 and you're forced to add the mashed potatoes.
Oh, my goodness. Maybe I'll come up with some kind of sauce for the mashed potatoes for you.
All right. Hey, just wanting to get through the day so you can try yourself a cottage cheese recipe. One of the reasons we're here. We hope your Tuesday is a special and great day for you. We always like to wrap up the podcast with a prayer, a blessing. And before we do that, I wanted to take a moment and talk about an organization that is a great blessing to us here on the podcast as a regular supporter, but also a blessing to so many who have found themselves on the outside looking in when it comes to medical coverage for themselves and their family. I'm talking about Liberty Health Share. Liberty Health Share is a Christian health sharing ministry where members voluntarily share one another's eligible medical expenses. It is an affordable alternative to traditional health insurance for so many families, built on faith, community, and caring for one another, just like the Bible says. Learn how Liberty Health Share can help you take charge of your health care while supporting others. It's libertyhealthshare.org. And that blessing for you, may God bless you today and watch over you. May He give you peace when life feels busy, strength when things are hard, and joy for those little moments that make you smile. May He guide your steps, keep your loved ones safe, and remind you that He is with you every step of the way. Have a great day, and may God bless you. Amen.